Hello, welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. Wow, we're really breezing through December. I'm shocked. It's going by very fast. I'm sitting on the sofa watching a little YouTube and enjoying the rest of my tea. Just finished eating some yogurt. I already got dressed for the day, did a little tidying up. I feel like I've shared so much of that already, of me, my morning routine, and just like cleaning up my house. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. I am going to try some of the makeup that I ended up getting at Ulta. I'm going to do just a light makeup look. And then I'm going to kind of sit down and chit chat with y'all about what plans I have for our rental, just the progress that we've made so far, what we plan to do moving forward, a few of the projects that I have on my list, and yeah, and then I think that'll probably take up the bulk of the video. So if that's something you want to see, keep watching. So let's do a really light makeup look. Here's the finished look, finished product. The new mascara is all right. Very similar to the old one, even though it has a completely different brush. I love the lip liner. The lip liners from ColourPop, 10 out of 10, A++. Okay, so I'm going to take a second to talk about each of the rooms in my house and kind of give you the lowdown on what I plan to do. So we're currently sitting in my office. I'm gonna insert a clip here that shows you what the room looked like before to what it's currently looking like. I'm far from finished in this room, but I have gone through and painted, updated the light fixtures, switched out some of the hardware on the built-ins that are in the home, hung curtains, hung a floating shelf, and right now I'm looking to source a thrifted desk for this space, a rug for this space, and then I would really like something kind of like an ottoman, something with storage that I can have in the middle of the space to kind of create some coziness, but also give me a spot so I can sit. down, like kind of on the floor, do makeup, hair stuff. I have a tendency to sit on the bed or on the sofa or in the living or just in the dining room because it's a little bit cozier. So those are my goals for this space. Next up is the bathroom. I am almost complete with that room. It's the room that I first started with. And again, here you can see what the room started off looking like versus what it looks like right now today. One of the key things in this room that I have not been able to accomplish yet is I have a medicine cabinet that I would like to hang over the toilet area to give us a little bit more storage. It is a teeny tiny bathroom, and overall just a small house in general. It's an older home. There's not a ton of storage space. So having that additional storage over the toilet area is really crucial just to make it like functional. But all in all, the room is looking really good so far. I added some additional trim on top of the existing beadboard that was there to bring it to the same height as the counter, which I think made a huge difference and really lifted the eye up. Yeah, and moving on to our bedroom, pretty plain room, similar built-ins as the rest of the bedrooms in the house. So the closet area has some additional storage over top. I still want to swap out the handles on those. I swapped out our nightstands for some Facebook Marketplace ones, and so far I'm really liking them. I had shared in a video recently where I flip-flopped where our bed and side tables were and remounted the TV area. After sleeping in this room for a couple of nights, I think it would be really beneficial to have something on the wall opposite of the bed to the right of the window to kind of balance out where the dresser and TV is. I would also like to include a standing mirror or a full-length mirror next to where the dresser is now. Steven gets ready in that room. That's his dresser and his closet. I get ready in my office space. I already have a full-length mirror, so finding one that can go on that left wall where the dresser used to be, I think could really fill out the space. Definitely need to get some better greenery around the house. We don't have any house plants as it stands. The lighting is not the best. We definitely need to get plants that are either really don't need a whole lot of sunlight or faux plants. And I think in the bedroom, that's definitely what we would opt for, is like a faux tree, faux plant to add that greenery. I also need a rug. I had initially purchased a rug. It ended up not being quite what I was looking for, so I'm still on the hunt for a rug there. I also had made mention of the bedding situation, so I had ordered a bedding set off of Amazon. I was under the impression it was going to be more of a like deep red, and it turned out to be bright orange. So we're working with bright orange for now, but I think I want to scrap the colorful bedding altogether since the bed takes up so much space and that it really is the focal point of the room. Something just a little bit lighter and airier is probably going to be more beneficial to bringing some lightness into the room. As we move out of the bedroom, we have this one long hallway that connects our bedroom, offices, and bathroom and leads into like the main living space. I'm not gonna do a whole lot in that area. It's a tight space. However, there is a nice little nook between the bathroom door and our bedroom door that I think would make for a great spot to put a really nice laundry hamper. I really like having that spot being used for something, and I think if I find the right laundry basket or the right laundry setup, that could really be a good way to utilize that space. Okay, moving on to Steven's office, you saw that I went ahead and painted a feature wall in there. He just got a new desk. We have a TV that needs to be hung in that room, so that's on the agenda. That room is pretty much done after that. He has some artwork that we'd like to rehang, and then that pretty much does it there. I would like to add maybe some like LED lights behind the curtain area and maybe give him an option to have some behind the TV. He had those in his previous setup. I know he really liked those, so we'll see what I can find and I might surprise him with those. When you come out of his office, you're back into that hallway again. And that hallway connects to the main living space, which I have sort of broken up into 3 areas, just with the furniture that we currently have. So when you first walk in, there's a nice entry space. There's a closet there that we keep our coats and shoes in. I am looking for a nice sideboard or entryway table to put on that wall as a place to put our keys and, you know, just like mail, things like that. Just your little catch-all when you first walk in the house. And I'd love to hang a small mirror there so you can give yourself a little like check before you walk out the door. Outside of that, runner rug right when you walk in to replace the little rug we have there now would be perfect. So that's what I'm thinking with that space. Not a whole lot going on there. I've debated on maybe putting like a bench where you can sit and put your shoes on too. Maybe something with storage would be great. So that's an option as well if I can find one that I really like. And then you go into our living room. Now, I love the color scheme I have going in here so far. It is very neutral, but a lot of the decor pieces I have, frames I've thrifted, things like that, are more colorful. I'd also like to add some more colorful throw pillows, things that I can kind of swap out seasonally. The rug that we have in there I really like. It kind of pulls in a lot of the darker tones, but it's ultimately cream, so it kind of adds a bit of lightness too and plays off the colors that I have going in there really well. We currently have this giant beanbag here. I'd like to get a console table to go underneath the TV. That's a little bit longer and hits that back wall a bit better. Also, centering the TV below the floating shelves that I've hung is going to really just make it a bit more cohesive and really designate the spaces. The sofa that we have is a pull-out couch because we do use both of our extra bedrooms as office spaces. So when we have guests, they take over that space, and it's great. My mother-in-law slept on that couch. She slept on the pull-out and said that it was very comfy. So we got the matching ottoman for it to kind of give the illusion of a sectional. We do use that space a ton, especially me. I spend a lot of time in there cuddling with the dogs, watching TV, and it's so far come along, and it's coming along very well. I did end up turning part of the living room, or this section where you would walk into the kitchen, into our dining areas. So there was already a light over that space, and I ended up swapping out the light that was there for a pendant that I could swing over the actual area where the table is. Additionally, I found the table and chairs on Facebook Marketplace. I do really like them. I feel like the chairs are a bit dark and they kind of get lost with the color of the floor. I think the right rug is really gonna help to break up the coloring there and kind of better designate the spaces. So I am sourcing a rug for there. I've even looked into maybe layering 2 rugs, just to kind of tie it in better with the living room if I can find something a little bit more neutral but also fun. I think that would be a really cool way to just give it more character. The art that I have up on the walls now were some thrifted finds. I will continue to source art from the thrift store, probably make some of my own art. Now, as you go into our kitchen, nothing is really happening in here as far as changes. It's perfect. It's great the way that it is. To the left of where we have the dining area, there is a bit of blank space. Now, right now, what I've put there is this cube shelf, and I do have a DIY planned for this cube shelf. I'll insert a picture of what I anticipate turning it into here, and I think I'm gonna make it into a coffee bar. So the cube shelf that I have there right now is not quite deep enough. So I will have to add a bit of depth to it so that way it is far enough away from the wall, or gives us enough counter space on top of it to set like our Nespresso machine and things like that. Now, what is supposed to be the dining room, we have set up as our dog's room. We have 2 giant crates, and then we also keep like some of their things over here, their food, their water, all of that good stuff. I initially wanted to find some way to stack these crates by building like a tabletop to kind of go over one crate and then stack the other and create a ramp. It got a bit convoluted and complicated. I'm still not sure that I'm not sure if it's something I'm going to end up doing. I have seen online that they do make crates that are more like built-in furniture looking pieces. So that's something I've also considered, just something to better utilize the space so that way we can be more organized with the dog's area and like store things on top of their crates and just kind of better use the area overall. So that's a work in progress. I also have yet to paint this area. So this is the only part of the house that has not been finished, that has not been painted as of yet. And that's probably what I will start with as I go down my list of things that I want to accomplish. So that's pretty much it for what I want to do in the space. If you have any suggestions or just want to share your thoughts about what you like, what you don't like, please let me know in the comments below.